So the other two speakers in this track are Kęstutis and Simona from Outlander Studios. Is anyone in the audience heard of a game which was previously called Equilibrium? So there's a few people, probably game developers in the audience. So these guys, we were creating a game, and we'll tell you all about it. And we were funded later by a fund, Hack Forward. Has anyone heard of Hack Forward here? Okay, so a few startups here who heard of Hack Forward. We'll tell you all about it as well. But it's a pretty interesting case, and we'll tell you about their story and about their game. And actually, we just released, I think a few weeks ago, we released the new version of the game, which you can actually download and see. I think it's a really interesting game, and after login, I'm gonna spend like a weekend or something playing it. I'm a gamer myself, so. Okay, we're ready? Almost? Okay, we're almost ready. And okay, in the meantime, I'll tell you that afterwards, when we finish this track, we're gonna have the next track for mobile apps. We'll have Ilya Laurs from Gedjar here, and also Tomas Martunas from AppCamp. After that, we'll have the final 4 pitches. So the pitches from yesterday, the 4 winners from yesterday's pitches are gonna pitch today for the prizes, for cash prizes and for Ticket to Roadshow. And after that, we'll have Startup Kids film in hall 5.3. Okay, Simona, Kęstutis. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kes, and next to me is my business partner Simona. So, we're gonna start, right? Let's start from a disclaimer perhaps. We have a startup we launched 2 weeks ago, and we have very little sleep and a lot of work. And now we pretend to be alive and just bear with us. So, we have a startup called Outlander Studios, and we are working on our first game released just 2 weeks ago. And today we would like to share with you our experience creating the game and how everything went through that. Simona?
So, who had played Battle Towers? Yes. Did you
Cool.
like it? So, for those who don't know, it's a simple strategy game. You are thrown into the war world between 2 nations. 2 nations are fighting each other. And you are a commander of one of them. And your purpose is to take care of your village, and at the same time you need to command your army to win. So in order to win, you need to find a balance between those 2 parts. So we have released Battle Towers 2 weeks ago, but the previous version, Equilibrium, was released 1.5 years ago. Our company started with this game. And during that time, 1.5 years, we have 400,000 downloads. And now we released the second game called Equilibrium, Battle Towers, who is like 10 times better than the first one, because we had Hack Forward who helped us, and we had our wonderful publisher Game Insight who helped us to make game a lot better than it were before.
So our investor is Hack Forward. And before doing a startup, actually I thought that getting investment is really, really difficult. I thought I need money, and I need to find someone stupid enough to give us money, and this was really sounded like an impossible challenge. Afterward, I actually flipped my thinking. I'm a startup. I don't have a problem. I have a solution. That investors have a problem. They have money and they're looking for smart people, and it's really hard to find smart people. So yeah, investor is possible to find. If you are thinking about a startup, go find an investor. And it's not only about the money. Investor, yes, they do give money, but the most value comes from their knowledge how to do business. They invest in multiple startups. They know how to do that. They know how to advise. They know people. They can introduce you to other people. They actually maximize your chance of success for your startup. So having an investor is really great thing. Next, a couple of myths of game development. A lot of people think that gameplay is most important thing, and especially if you know programming, that's the thing you're focusing, to make game more fun in killing, more fun in doing something. But actually, to have a game development as a business, you have to take care of all parts of game development, to engage players, to encourage them to invite other players into your game. Basically, you have to take care of everything for the game to work as a business. Yes, gameplay is important, but that's not the only thing which is in the game development. Second myth, I can publish myself. I can do everything, right? And yes, nowadays it's really easy to put your application or a game on an app store, be it Apple or be it Amazon or Google, whatever. Yes, it's easy to put your game up there, but what happens is that players are not going to find your game. It's just going to drown among the all millions of other games available. The publishing business is really complicated, and that's what publishers do. Even nowadays, publishers are still valuable, not just for marketing strength, but actually for giving advices to you how to create the game, how to fine-tune it, and how to make it work. So just focus on game development and give publishing to experts who actually are skilled in doing that. So our publisher is Game Insight, and I really love this picture. This number is so impressive, we can put it in black and white, and that's so cool already. Hopefully someday we'll have this many users, right? That would be cool. So they're great guys. They're from Russia. They're working really hard, and yes, as I mentioned just previously, giving advices to us, just working with us every day to fine-tune the game, to make it more interesting. And if you played previous game of Equilibrium and now playing Battle Towers, it's huge difference how the game changed. The gameplay is pretty much stayed the same for 1.5 years, right? Yeah. But the monetization model, virality, all other hidden stuff is changed radically. So yeah, that's all thanks to our Game Insight.
Not just Game Insight. We have Hack Forward as well. They both helped us a lot.
Sure.
And about the monetization. When we started creating Equilibrium, we thought that, okay, we have a game, let's do gameplay. So wonderful, wonderful. Everything should be really, really high quality, and gameplay should be like exciting, entertaining, and whatever. And after 1.5 years, we can say that not gameplay is the most important. The most important part is monetization, because now we live in a free-to-play world. Like everyone wants to get a game for free, and if you want to make a business from a game, you need to start thinking about your monetization model as soon as possible. Like you have an idea to do a game, okay, then let's think how we will get money from this. It should be the first point to think about. And about target audience, like I know many developers do games for everybody. Like you are asking them, who will play your game? And they say, everybody will play my game. Like we will be second Angry Birds. Like we know Angry Birds, everybody knows them. Cut the Rope was the second one, and they weren't as successful as Angry Birds, but even though they were better. And to make the most profit of your game, you need to know your target audience. You need to know what do they like, what are habits of playing, and when you have this information, then you can start thinking how to monetize those people.
You can improve your game for a specific target audience. That's a lot easier when you know whom to target.
And don't create a game for yourself. And we did this. We liked our game, and we thought that we will release this game and we will have like huge amounts of profit. And no, because it was about Equilibrium. And after 1.5 years, when Hack Forward helped us, they just blow our mind away with so many information they give us. And now what we do, we test our games with a lot of different people. Like we are going to the places where we can meet people. We invite them in our office, and give them just to play, and we are watching how they are playing, what they like, what they don't like, and then we are iterating the game depending from their feedback, what they are saying to us.
That's actually some kids playing our game, and when we actually were sent this photo and we saw that, it's actually on my desktop, or every day I see that photo. And it's such a pleasing feeling to see someone enjoying your game so genuinely. That's cool.
Yeah. Metrics. Nobody likes data. But when you want to have a good game, you need to start from the data. You need to push your game as soon as possible, like in prototype stage, and look and
Measure.
And measure everything. Like you measure when do they drop out, do they like this level or they don't like, what could be not right for them. Like you need to do everything. You need to measure everything, and then analyze information.
Vuga button.
Vuga?
Vuga button.
Oh, Vuga. Oh, button. Yes, we have really good example about the button from company called Vuga. They are Facebook developers, and now they are going to the mobile market. And they told us a story about a button. Like they did beta testing, like with a button. One was green and the other was blue, and they separated the audience and which one is more successful. So it
appeared
that blue one was 33% more better than the green one.
The game was the same. They changed just the color of the button, and sales increased 33%. That was completely amazing. And that was seen by the data. That's how valuable it is. So now a few tips general for any startup. During 1.5 years of development, we met a lot of smart people. And the really important lesson I learned myself is that it's really important to learn to listen. A lot of people listen with intention to reply instead of intention to understand someone else. Smart people are really willing to share their knowledge as if you only actively listen. So yeah, please do listen what the other people are actually saying to you.
Sure.
Work with right people. That's actually our artist in the photo posing for us. And yes, I'm assuming I'm speaking about doing a startup, not just a regular job at a big company. Doing a startup means extra hours, extra hard work, huge challenges. And you cannot do that with just anybody. You need special people, really talented people and passionate about what they are doing. So yeah, choose whom you are working with. Same as with people, it's really important what companies you are choosing to partner with. Usually, bigger companies are more stable and they have more knowledge of their business. And if your small startup is partnering with another bigger company, it helps a lot to stabilize your company and minimize the risk which is inherited in startups. So yeah, choose your partners wisely. And for the future, briefly, we want to focus on our game for the rest of this year, perhaps, and port to other platforms beyond Android. Obviously, it's to try to grow our studio to a much bigger, hire professionals to specific fields, and also pay attention to just being created the Lithuanian Game Development Association, which you can contact by the email below or via us. We are gladly help you to get in touch with them.
And to summarize, I hope that you enjoyed our presentation, and please try Battle Towers. If you have some feedback for us, we are glad to hear it. And I hope our experience will help to create your games or your apps, and take it, try it, and if you have some questions, please ask us.
If you want to do your startup, that's possible. If we could do it, you can do it as well. Same with an investor and same with a publisher as well. It's doable. I mean, we're from Lithuania, we're just regular guys, and we could do that. You can do that as well.
Yeah. And if we have to say something really, really important to you, it's keep learning and work with the right people, because then you can make your dreams come true.
Thank you.
Okay, there's one question there in the middle of the audience.
Can you tell me what kind of analytic tools you are using for data analysis and how you just look at the data?
We have 3 sources. We look at Flurry, we use Flurry, we use another data analytics from Game Insight, like it's like their analytics, and we are looking at Google Analytics. So we're using three type of sources for analytics.
These 3 are out-of-the-box tools, but we also use our own measuring system. We just send data anonymously to our own server and look at what levels people are struggling with. Well, just general statistics of progress in the game, of progress via tutorial as well, when they are dropping off and which parts of the tutorial should be adjusted. Things like that.
And do you track the specific data which you think yourself that it is important, or you just track every move of, I don't know, a touch or all the things about the user, or just what you think that it is important?
Well, we were thinking about making an advanced system which would record players' actions so we could replay back in our office, but we didn't implement a that much detailed system. And generally, you don't need that much data. It's still up to us to improve the game. For example, if we see that certain level has a really high drop-off rate, or it's really hard to beat the level, right? It's not obvious what exactly needs to be done to improve that level. And we need to experiment with that, tune difficulty, tune number of warriors perhaps, or look for a problem elsewhere. Statistics just indicates a problem somewhere, but it's not giving a solution. And actually, on the same theme, too much data can be overwhelming as well. So just collecting everything, having all the data, you can reach anything via Google, right? But just finding everything, it's not helpful. You're targeting specific question and you want specific answer.
Okay, do you have any more questions? One in the front.
Do you think that monetization can destroy gameplay experience?
Yes, it can. You need to think about your monetization and don't ruin your gameplay. You need.
I would like even stress further this question. That's the major problem we have in games. Because, for example, imagine different countries, right? China and US, right? For example, they have huge difference in salaries, huge difference in the monetary power, and you're still distributing same game across the world. So how you charge players differently, how you monetize your game, what price you are going to put, what are you selling? That's huge problem. If you're selling too expensive, people are not going to buy. If you're selling too cheap, you're not going to survive. So that's huge balance.
And how you manage to balance the microtransactions to be suitable both that they wouldn't scare players like, oh, I see Facebook share, I don't like this game.
That's what we're doing right now. We're just 2 weeks released, and that's what we are balancing to make it happen. Again, we have a huge help from our publisher to give us tips how to do that. And there are certain subtle things. For example, if you look at pricing of our in-game currency, it's priced from the most expensive into bottom least expensive. And that's the psychology of a player of looking at most expensive item and thinking, oh no, that's too much, I'm not going to pay that. And that lesser option looks more attractive after you've seen the really expensive option. That's just the one trick of sorting the prices of your items you are selling, and it's already increasing the prices, the sales of your game.
Thanks.
Welcome.
We have time for one more question.
One more. Come on, guys.
Okay, I can ask a question. You said one of your main points was work with the right people.
Totally.
Yeah, where do you think, where's a good place to find the right people, and how can you find the right people?
On the right. There is left, there is right, and you look here. No, that's really a big challenge. I mean, it's a $1 million question, right, as somebody said. Because if you're paying someone $100,000 per year, and you want that person to stay in your company for 10 years, you're paying that person $1 million, like literally. So just thinking about that you want some person to stay long in your company and actually contribute in many ways, both professionally and just emotionally to support you in what you are doing, and which is really important in a startup, you need to spend a lot of time interviewing people, meeting people, and finding just people you want to work with.
Just hang out with people, I suppose, and meet new people all the time, right?
That helps totally.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.